do.
But we got 10 minutes. And then you do it every 10 minutes, because that has a 10-minute limit, unfortunately. But,
Right.
yeah, so... but, alright, so then you forget it's there, and then you, like, go on to business. You know what I mean? So let's see, what do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about, my friend? Put you on the spot, huh? The camera?
Yeah. I feel a little
uncomfortable.
Yeah, some unseen audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strange thing.
Does everyone know Toru? Do you all know Toru? Do you know who this man is?
Well, I should be incognito, invisible.
Yeah, let me get your hat.
I should have a mask or something so I can disguise myself.
That's a good idea.
But no.
No, we're here because we both believe in world peace, right? We believe in the spreading of Nichiren Daishonen's Buddhism, right?
Yeah.
Hi. So that's why we have great dialogues here in Studio E about these things, and anyway, so then like you shut this off, like you can do things like I do it here, like that, and then you can, oh, it's gone, and you forget it's there, you know. So anyway. So this is this Sunday.
Yeah. March
50th
16th,
anniversary.
11 through 12:30.
I wish I was up there and speaking to everyone. I wish I was involved.
But you don't feel like going there as an audience.
Not as an audience.
No.
Never. No. Because I'll just be like, wow, you know, it's just so many big meetings where I was like, why wasn't I ever invited? I feel like Coco does. Like always pushed aside. Because I don't know why. I guess we're on the front lines, you know, people that, I guess my ego is not meant to push, like use my ego for kosen rufu. I don't know about that. Like, I guess if I'm going to perform, I guess it's going to be just out in the regular rotten world, you know, maybe the public, not the rotten world, but just the, I mean, you know, like being in front of an audience of SGI members is much different from being in the audience of like just, you know, regular or ordinary, non-polishing people.
Non-polishing people.
Non-polishing.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say there is a significance in, you know, just to, you know, get together, you know, to celebrate some, you know, important occasion, or recognizing, you know, what have been passed on.
And you think like doing that repetitively has a value? Like if I've done that, if I've like given lots of time and celebrated this March thing already, like, yeah, this is interesting.
I think it's you know, every year you can renew the sense of appreciation and mission, and you know what the history. What history there was for that particular occasion. You know, exactly this year, exactly 50 years ago, when Toru, you know, right before Toru passed away, at the age of 58.
Yeah, I was there for sure.
Now you might have been there, right?
Yeah. I cry every time I hear about it, and it's like, it does have that feature.
And another thing is, you know, President Ikeda is 80 years old. He's not gonna live forever. You know, I don't know how much longer, you know, he can stay in this world, but.
So he's going. What they're gonna do some video on him or something? Or?
I don't know, but I think, I think we should not just leaving as a printed word, but a lot of people should internalize what he has, what he has embodied in himself.
Did I tell you I got a personal thanks from Daisaku?
Yeah. In response to the CD you sent to him?
I was so happy, man. I was like, yeah. They called me from San Francisco, and I was like, yay. It was a long time ago, about a year, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
But, well, I get your point. That's a very good point. Like, okay, so you're talking about post-nuclear post-nuclear annihilated Japan, and then all of these like kids coming out, and they're thinking that they're gonna see the what was it, the Prime Minister of Japan at that point, or
was going to attend.
Yeah, some horrible figure of politics was gonna be there, and so everybody was like, oh yay! And then in the end, it was Toda that was, he didn't intend to speak, but then everyone was like, he's not coming, let Toda speak, right? And
well, I didn't see that way, but yeah, Prime Minister at the time was his personal friend. Oh. It's not like he had the social connection or anything.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. He was Toda was addressing that particular prime minister as in a very frank manner. Mm-hmm. It's not the first name, but it's something like a first name basis, because in Japanese addressing people in particular way means very frank and friendly, intimate, as opposed to even though you're not using the first name, because it's very rare for people to address other people on the first name basis, unless that person is like very little children or
so they really disrespect the youth, like they really disrespect the youth that way.
Well,
traditionally.
Well, in one sense you are correct. In one sense you are correct that there is a little some unconscious some discrimination, some mentality I think still lingers in that tradition. But they don't think about it, because it's the customs. It's something that has been done for years and years. So and you don't question if it's. You don't question what's there all the time, right? You don't question the presence of the air. The air has been there, right? Well, sometimes you can step back and question, but normally, ordinarily, you don't question what's there all the time.
So a person who questions it in Japanese society will not get along well. Because there's like...
you could say that. Yeah. You could say that. You could say that. But I think the Soka Gakkai in Japan is changing that current.
Yeah, for sure.
In Japan. Because of the Soka Gakkai. Without Soka Gakkai, probably more, conformist mentality will be prevalent and, dominant in Japan, but I think because of Toda or Makiguchi Toda, Ikeda, standing up against that authority at the time, has made a great impact in the Japanese people as a whole. Soka Gakkai at the time was a very small organization, but it grew to the point that the other forces cannot ignore anymore. So that was, what the Toda and early Ikeda days went through. But later on, now Mr. Ikeda has been recognized, in this world by so many, thinking people, leaders and conscientious and conscious people. So that things are changing right now.
So then typically, like, it was like